Alright guys, as you can see, I'm gonna do a little review for you guys today, and it's gonna be on this knife that I got for my dad, and it's a Swiss Army knife clone, I guess, cheap clone. I got in England for my father as a gift, since he had a Swiss Army knife before, a very good one. It was about, it had pretty much the same functions as this one, which I'm about to go into. But let's just do a little background on this thing. I got it for around £11 in a store in England. I'm not sure how much is that in the US, how many dollars that is, or a matter of fact how much that is in my money. So you just gotta give me a break. But it's relatively cheap. £11 can't be all that much. And my dad's Swiss Army knife that he had before was stolen from his car, which is a real shame because he liked it, he loved it very much. So considering that, I got him this, and he was very happy to receive it. You know, my dad's like me. He's not gonna complain if he gets like a cheapy knife or something like that. He's good with it. He's not gonna complain. He uses it sometimes less, sometimes more, but he uses it. So let's just get to the functions. Well, let's just start from this side. We get a can opener with a flathead screwdriver, which it doesn't really come to a nice point like in the Victorinox, but yeah, I guess for in a pinch, in an emergency, it's good to go. Never tested it, but can you see that? I'm not even using much force, and the tool just backs down. Just not really a solid job on that, but it's alright in a pinch. And my dad loves this thing. It's my dad's little helper. And we got a can opener. Didn't test it. No special features on that. And we actually got scissors on this thing, which was a big surprise. But the one complaint I have is the spring is a piece of shit, and it doesn't allow the scissors to open far. So if you want to cut something better, you gotta open it yourself and go like that. So you gotta lift up this upper part here with your thumb to make it work better. Yeah, but they cut paper relatively easily, good enough. So yeah, no complaints with that. Next up is this little tool, which isn't a saw, but it's for taking the scales off a fish and whatnot. Never used this, and I don't really go fishing that often, so can't blame me for not using it. But I do like it's got this little indent here, so I guess you could put your finger in there and get more use out of it. You know, so I think that's pretty neat. And on the top, you see those two little points. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Alright, next up we got a saw. Oh, sorry. Wrong tool. Getting a little bit confused. You know, there we go. There we go. And this tool, actually, I think it's the best tool out of all the others. Better even than the knife. It's very sharp. Very solid. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna, you know, go up on you, I guess. It can go down on you, but you gotta be careful. And if you're sawing something, then it's not really gonna move. So you just gotta be careful. But it is sharp. So yeah, I like the saw on this one, on this little blade, on this little tool, I guess, multi-tool, if you want to call it that. We got a knife, and it says stainless china right here, but you guys cannot see that. I need to get a better camera in the future. Yeah, there we go. Yes, a little bit you guys can see. It says stainless china. Not very sharp, but it can cut paper, boxes in a pinch, so it gets the job done relatively nicely, and that's all you need, really. My dad's like me. He doesn't complain if he gets a cheaper knife or anything. He's just happy that I considered, you know, that he doesn't have one and I got it for him, so he was happy with that. We got a Phillips head screwdriver right here, which works excellent. I love it. I've tested it and it works nice. But the one complaint I have on these tools right here is they back up a little bit. You see that? It just goes to the right. So yeah, that's not something that it should do. But can't complain. 11 pounds, and it's a good yeah, multi-tool, I guess. But let's keep going. We get an owl. I guess you guys called it an owl or something like that. OWL. Not really sure how to pronounce that all that correctly. But main use, punching holes in your belt. Maybe punching holes in bottles and boxes and whatnot. Never used it personally. Yeah, I don't really find this tool all that important on a multi-tool. So yeah. Next we got a little file and a little nail pick. Works relatively fine. It's alright. Next tool is something I do not know what it is. It's this little point with a hole in it. I don't know, I guess you put some small string in it to pull, maybe? I have no idea, seriously. And a corkscrew. And it works, actually I don't know how it works. I never used it on a bottle. I've used a corkscrew once, which was about a month ago, I believe, when I was drinking some wine with my girlfriend. And yeah, and I didn't have this then because my dad lost it, and I found this recently and he was happy that I did. So yeah, this is my dad's little helper, Victorinox's cologne, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But you know, me and my dad we don't really you know, believe that you need an expensive good-looking knife to get good use out of it. And you know, it will stay good for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. It depends what kind of use what kind of abuse you put it through. But I believe it will stay intact for a couple of years, and you know, make my dad make good use out of it. So I'm happy that he enjoyed his present. I am planning to get him a better one, a Victorinox actually, but they're kind of expensive in my country. But we'll see how that goes, really. Yeah. So I hope you guys stay safe, stay sharp, and have a good day.